to the Gamegasm podcast. We put the O in radio. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the show. My name is Jeremy.
Limo tint rolling deep like the president. This is O'Brien.
And it's Andrew. What's up?
God damn it. I know that song. Fuck.
You better lay low.
Oh, nice.
You better lay low.
Ain't from my game.
Yeah.
You better lay low.
I knew I had that somewhere. Anyways, welcome to the Gamegasm podcast. Real quick,
We have an update.
we do have an update. O'Brien should come in 5 different colors because he's a lifesaver.
Oh, wow.
Apparently, I did touch a dead guy. If you
Yeah.
guys remember that story.
Remember that? Like
Was it
6
that was
weeks
like,
ago?
Yeah, 6 or 7 episodes ago.
I did
something
touch
like
a dead guy, but apparently I have good heart palpitations, and I kept him blood flowing alive, so they were able to resuscitate him.
You are a motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, though. Like, had you not stopped and been like a good Samaritan and had some idea what the fuck you were doing, dude's dead.
Correct.
Dude is now not dead.
He is not, like I said, I don't know his all status, don't want to break any of that confidentiality, but we were able to find out that he actually wasn't deceased, and well, he did die, but he didn't.
So he was deceased.
He was in fact dead, but keeping the heart moving, the blood flow, he was able to be resuscitated and not like vegetable status. So,
High five.
yeah.
Over here, too.
In the radio. You can hear
Yeah.
the smacks in the radio.
So have you, like, heard anything back from the family, or, like...
It's weird. We never actually went by or said anything because
you get like an inheritance or something?
she's still alive.
should knock on the door and be like, hey, you're welcome.
Yeah,
leave.
No.
That's what I would do.
We had thought about it after when we thought he maybe had passed on, going and saying something just because, but...
That'd have been kind of awkward. Like, I'm sorry for your loss. Like, bitch, I'm here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He like busts out the front door.
I don't think he's
And then
probably doing
falls
that.
again. Oh,
Yeah.
hey.
Done rendering.
Chastising me.
Hey, that was the last week's podcast that just finished rendering.
Okay.
That will be uploaded tonight.
All right.
For some
Great.
reason, it takes fucking forever to process. I guess, a 1.5 to 2
It's
hour
all that
long
great
video.
video that everybody seems to love in their comments.
Yeah. Suck a dick.
Is that like the only thing that people comment about anymore? Is like
No, but there's a lot
gameplay.
like I want something to watch, or it's like
It's not made for a YouTube video.
No, it's a podcast.
It's a podcast.
until things get together.
Open up the YouTube on your phone or your iPad or iPod, whatever the fuck
set
you
it
got.
next to you while you're doing shit.
Like
Put your headphones in.
like when
throw
you're
that
jerking
bitch
it,
in your pocket.
just listen to the podcast.
I know our voices are so sexy, you get it erect.
Just
every
try to
time.
not peak too early. Time it. It's a long show.
I knew penises would come up.
You just got
Well-
Don't they always?
you got to keep edging.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get into the sack.
Okay, the sack is healthy.
Yeah.
Newcomers all around.
Woo!
Yes.
How are we spelling newcomers, by the way?
Like if there's a
Yeah.
volume 9 after it, that's how we're spelling it.
Nice.
So we got Jordan here. Killer Pond.
Killer
AKP.
Pond,
Yeah, whatever. That's actually not a bad name. Good job, Jordan. No numbers. I'm enjoying it. I'm from California, if you guys were curious.
Cali, baby.
A big state.
Cali,
Gotta
baby.
Be more specific next time, Jordan. He said he was a first-time listener, or long-time listener, first-time sacker. I appreciated that. Like Casey Kasem over here.
Yeah.
Casey Kasem. What character would we all want to be bros with? He also said Tails is not an option.
Ew. You're fucked. You just can't answer now.
But what character would you want to be a bro with? Hang out. Just pal around.
Can I go? I'm gonna go with Conker.
You can pal around Conger?
Yeah, that dude's just a mischievous bastard.
Dude.
Get drunk, get some tail, literally. Yeah. Some of
Bestiality.
them squirrel titties.
Leisure Suit Larry, dude.
Yeah,
Dude's a
yeah.
party. Dude's ugly as sin, fucking 3 feet tall.
He's gonna be a good wingman.
He is. He seems like a cool guy.
Yeah.
Got a snappy fashion sense.
I'm gonna go Dante because no one would fuck with you.
Yeah,
Big,
true.
walking around with fucking swords and guns. Of course, you had probably trouble getting in certain places with all the fucking like.
The law might catch on to that.
You're
But
not
honestly,
gonna
they-
fly anywhere.
But they probably don't get. Or what are they gonna do? He's got fucking swords and he's like a half demon
An
thing.
infinite supply of ammo.
Yeah, and
They have yet to
he
really
does.
tackle in all those video games just to have a sniper like 1,000 yards away and shoot him in the head. Every video game would be really boring at that point. He's
Yeah.
a super. Oh, damn, he's dead again.
It's Mario. Oh.
You know.
Like if Bowser had a sniper rifle. Or something.
Yeah, he's like.
I think we were playing the new
Yeah.
thing on Wii U, and it was just like his arm goes in the castle and fucking like
Punches
punches
things.
everybody, and instead of
Instead of killing
them,
them, they just fly away.
Yeah, like I
He
feel
grabs
like
them and throws them.
I feel like he would. You just had a chance to end Mario, and you're like, no, I'm going to knock him out and then throw him.
After 20 years, you haven't learned your fucking lesson.
It's like a James Bond film.
Yeah, no shit.
That's true.
Tie him up and leave him.
It's probably better written than that. Okay, good question. Like it. Think outside the box. Now we got Peyton from Dubuque, Iowa.
Peyton
Very specific.
Manning.
I like that. Not Peyton Manning, I don't believe.
It could be.
It could be. What the fuck are you? Why did you pick Dubuque, Iowa? No offense to Dubuque. Just saying.
Yeah.
You know.
Dubuque.
I'm sure there are lots of millionaires like, where are you jet setting today? Where are you summering? Oh, I summer in Dubuque. You know. Thoughts on Civ Beyond Earth?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a very simple question.
We've already kind of tackled this.
We've tackled it some, and this is a little more recent of a question, so I thought maybe he didn't catch it, and maybe we didn't go in depth enough.
Sure.
The amount of Civ that we enjoy and love and play. I'm on the record. I'm excited about it. Of course, I'll play it. It's a Firaxis game. It's a Sid Meier game. Not that Sid Meier has that much to do with it anymore. He's more of a namesake.
He's the idea behind it.
Yeah, it's Firaxis that pushes it. My only issue is it should be Alpha Centauri 2, and I want a straight Civ game.
And now you're not going to get another Civ game for 3 years.
At minimum.
Yeah.
Think about it. No, it's 2010 when Civ 5 came out.
4 years.
September 2010. So we're looking at a full 4 years.
Yeah.
That's
how any other Firaxis games come.
I mean,
Firaxis games you care about.
Well, yeah, they don't really do a whole lot anymore.
No.
I don't like that. You're melding two franchises. It's a cool concept, but why not?
And it's not exactly Alpha Centauri.
No.
It's a good mix between the two, but the issue
But I actually want to see it. There's a reason there's all those like fan mods online. You can still play Alpha Centauri.
Right.
It's because Alpha Centauri is amazing.
Right.
I just feel like, why couldn't you just make Alpha Centauri? Then I would have been okay waiting on Civ if you'd made a new Alpha Centauri game.
Yeah, I'd rather wait 2 years for Civ because you made Alpha Centauri than have to wait a full 4 for the next Civ game.
You guys are definitely the Civ guys, and I'm interested in playing it. I don't know that I'll actually get around to playing it, but like the preview video I saw was actually really fucking cool.
It was cool.
And that's about all. I mean, that all like an ad.
The preview videos are just bullshit, though. Those preview videos never have anything to do
every
with the
preview
game.
video ever is. It's like, it gives you like all this cool rendered footage, and you're just like,
Right.
oh fuck yeah, and you're like, wait a second, this has
Yeah.
nothing.
No,
to do with the
and
game.
that's true.
This is a
But
30-second movie.
I'm still with him. It looks
Yeah,
cool because
it
I
does look
actually
cool.
enjoyed all I like the very first beginning of Civ 5, and each one's been really cool.
But the thing that intrigues me most about it is the fact that it's Civ in a completely different atmosphere, and they're actually bringing a lot of new mechanics in.
True.
And they're bringing mechanics in that were not in Alpha Centauri, and they're bringing in mechanics that are a good mix between the two. Yeah,
similar
exactly.
to Alpha Centauri. It's more similar to Alpha Centauri.
It's their way of giving you Alpha Centauri 2 but keeping the Civilization name on it, so they actually sell stuff.
See, I actually don't think they're trying to bring Alpha Centauri. I think
They're not. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think they're trying to like give you an Alpha Centauri either.
No, they're catering to the people that loved Alpha Centauri. They said that in the interview.
I know. I feel like I know they brought up Alpha Centauri, and I appreciate that. I just feel like maybe they're bored of Civ. They're trying to find. No, I'm just saying, like, as a developer, if you're banging your head on the same premise and just trying to come up with different mechanics, maybe it's a way for them to think outside the box and kind of get that outlet.
And gives them more time to work on Civ.
Yeah,
6.
I wasn't saying it in a negative light.
Yeah.
I was just saying maybe it's their way of trying to breathe some new life and not do the same fucking thing.
Right.
Which, sadly, I just would. There's a reason I played so much of Civ. I don't care. Just
I would
give
like
me.
them to do the same fucking thing.
Yeah, exactly. Just give me fucking Zulu. I never like the Zulus. They suck. But give me the
They're
same
not even in
people.
the game anymore, are they?
Yeah, they are.
Are they still?
They were an expansion.
Oh, okay, that's why.
It's just their unit blows. The
Yeah.
MP guys. I mean, unless you're really militant, it just blows.
Yeah.
I just don't like their. Some guys are overpowered. They're not one.
Anyway,
Okay.
we're both excited about it.
Very much so. We'll play it. P.S. He doesn't understand why we don't like Pokemon. He cannot believe we don't like Pokemon. I forgot.
It's not that we don't like it. It's that we don't care.
I guess at that point we don't like it.
Well,
I don't have a problem with the premise of Pokemon. I really don't. Like,
It's an RPG. I get it.
just missed it. Like, it was almost whenever I was young enough, whenever Pokemon kind of first came out, I was almost on the borderline of being too old to play Pokemon.
Borderline. You are too old.
Well, I mean, it was when I didn't have a Game Boy. I didn't have an original Game Boy either, and that's where.
But like the cartoon, a lot of them that played those games got it from the cartoon.
And see, and
when that cartoon came out, it was like what 97.
I don't know.
98
I know
or
I never
something.
watched it.
No, I mean here's the problem. I don't say I don't like Pokemon. It's just childish.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. And anybody who plays it now who's 30 or 25 or whatever plays it because it's nostalgia.
Yeah. I'm sure they're okay games, but they do a lot of their games, like the 64 one, the Pokemon Snapshot thing.
The photo, yeah.
That thing was completely.
that was awful.
But a lot of them
Pokemon Snap.
They cater to children because it is. Not saying it's childish. I'm just saying it's in that vein of childlike games.
Mm-hmm. But in a way, like if we were growing up today, it almost wouldn't be seen as childish. It's almost kind of like, I mean, yeah, the game is still childish, but it's kind of become bigger than itself in a way to where it would be. I don't think we'd get like. Not that I would care about being made fun of for playing a game.
No, and we would.
But you would never. I don't think today you'd really catch too much of that.
No, it's a nostalgia thing. You played it when it first came out because you were young enough to care, and now you want to play the next.
And he didn't go in depth. He just said he couldn't believe we didn't love Pokemon, and I think that's more the statement maybe of the game. And I've tried to play them. I don't really think the games are that amazing either. It's not about nostalgia.
I have actually not tried to play them.
They're just mediocre. They're just like, if you don't like Pokemon, I don't want to sit around and get my Charizard to fucking evolve. I could play a different game.
You know,
I could play a better RPG that's not Pokemon.
And I may be pulling this number straight out of my anus, but you know how many Pokemon there are? Like
it's like 200 something.
No. It's like 700 or something crazy like that. With all the evolutions of each Pokemon and all that, because they're all different.
Yeah.
So, like, we just missed it. And I'm never going to go back because I'm never going to know enough about it.
And the games, honestly, aren't good enough either.
No.
They're good, but without that aspect of nostalgia and liking it.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I will Squirtle on your Jigglypuffs.
Yeah. Ooh,
I know what that means, but I'm down with it.
Exactly what it means.
So we're moving on. I don't know if this one's female, but the first name's Sue. So unless it's a boy named Sue, I'm going with...
Johnny Cash.
Yeah. 8-Bit Sloth.
No.
It sounds familiar.
That's kind of where I'm at. It sounds familiar, but I don't.
Yeah. However, she.
My fault if
we're going with she will jizz uncontrollably if her question or his question, its question would be asked. So please jizz uncontrollably. Best music ever.
Pantera. Video game music.
Video game music ever.
Why
Pantera?
I can't. I have to say Secret of Mana. It's so good.
So good.
Chrono Trigger, for as much as shit as we give it for everybody blowing it, had really.
I know where we're going on. I know.
We don't give it shit, honestly. It's more just because it's that
fan base.
It's a Final Fantasy VII thing where to go buy a loose copy of Chrono Trigger is $100.
Yeah.
It's not that rare in comparison to other games. It's a great game, and I remember playing it through multiple times for different endings.
Same with Final Fantasy VII. Same with Ocarina of Time.
It's just that it gets a little bit... It overshadows other games that could show a little bit of light.
I'll say one that O'Brien and I played that I think no one's going to really mention. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest.
Mystic Quest. Oh my
God. The game itself
I wouldn't expect you guys to mention a Final Fantasy game.
No, to be fair, that's not even almost a real Final Fantasy game. The game was so good.
You ever heard of Final Fantasy Mystic Quest?
No.
Exactly.
But I haven't played. I've played Final Fantasy 3 and 7 and 2. That's it.
But Mystic Quest had kind of rock riffs and
honestly I wasn't thinking about that one because my initial response was honestly Secret of Mana.
Secret of Mana is probably where I'm at, but I just kind of wanted to bring up one to be a little different that had some unique kind of music.
The sound effects, everything, the ambiance. Remember when you're in that ice dungeon? It's like a crystal cave.
Yeah.
It's fucking everything had a certain patina to it. It was a really, really good music. I still think I'll go with Secret of Mana.
And now there's a lot of new
all-around music. Now let's switch this up real quick. What about theme song? Just for fun.
Oh, Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
See, First, I'm the very original one, too.
I'm with Zelda, and because that carried through all the Zeldas, but also Elder Scrolls. Fucking amazing theme song.
Yeah.
And it's carried through all theirs, too.
And it's a different thing. If you're going that route, I probably would go something from a Civ.
Yeah, but...
There's a few things.
Skyrim, I remember listening to the Morrowind theme, and that was I didn't even listen to classical music, but it was so da, da, da,
it was so
it was
so flowing and good. Yeah.
Romance.
Oh,
because honestly, Grant, I always bought the special edition, so I always got the soundtrack. And which one was I used to listen? I actually used to listen to driving to work.
4.
No, it was 9. That's 2, kind of, yeah.
It's
2.
bad that you know which one it is.
I'm talking about the later ones, but you actually the orchestra, the way it was done, was just fucking flooring. It was great.
Yeah, I remember you having that soundtrack.
Yeah,
it was 8 or something like
that. It was 8 or 9.
8 or
I mean, I have a couple after that. I think it was 9.
Oh, okay.
But the ones after that I had 2, but that's the one like I listened to a lot.
And I will say, some of like the RPGs, the RPG aspect kind of games, they seem to like be the ones who invest more.
It has
in
to be immersive.
Yeah.
And honestly, any game that has good like rock music, like if you have a game that Crazy Taxi is a game we always talk
Road
about.
Rash CD.
Road Rash CD that had really good soundtracks. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 had really good sound.
Yeah.
Well, Tony Hawk Pro Skater period had really good soundtracks. So that's a broad question that's hard to really define, one way or the other.
Real quick to finish up our question, old and new school. Where do you stand? Where do you feel? Like one or the other better?
What, music?
Yeah.
That's hard. It's just like older new school graphics. Which do you like
Old
better?
school's more iconic, I think, because you've got a lot of your series that have carried on that way, but the new
school's better.
You've got so much more production value.
See, I don't really think it's better, other than the few games that are really
Production value. I mean,
yeah, I get that,
go
but
back
that's
and listen
that's
to
just more
Zelda
because it's more
1.
expensive to produce it.
Sure.
I think a guy using a MIDI and a keyboard and creating something, it's different.
One thing we didn't mention Halo either.
That's really good music.
Yeah.
I mean, but honestly, the games that you think of music now, there's like 10 I can think of. But it just back then, every game, even like crappy games, had really good music, the way it was metered and the way it was done.
I will say back then, music was more important.
Yes.
Because you have the immersive graphics.
And it was harder
and the
to
immersive
do.
world.
I can't go fucking call up the fucking, the Vienna fucking orchestra and have them do my shit.
I had to do a chip tune on a fucking MIDI keyboard or
And
something.
I had to write that and actually score it.
Right.
To wrap this up, speaking of MIDIs, though, the August Burn Red Empire MIDI, that's really good. That actually is. It's kind of troll, but it's really good.
Oh, shit. Well, good question, Sue.
Yeah. Anyway, we have an interesting main topic. I don't know if you guys have seen the sales demographic and usage data reports that have come out from the SEA, the ESA, the Electronic Software Association, or some bullshit like that, or Entertainment Software Association is what it is.
It's a big lobbying board for video games.
Last year or the year before, or maybe even the year before that, I don't remember, they started this big sales demographic and usage data, essential facts about the video game industry. And it
more statistics are better. We're all numbers guys.
Yes.
I love statistics. Whether or not they're relevant or not, I like numbers. I like anything you can make connections with.
Give it to me. So basically, I've got an iPad in my hand, and I'm gonna kind of scroll through this page by page, and we're gonna kind of read off the statistics and discuss them, because they're gonna be anomalies that we don't agree with, and we kind of want to make sure that anybody who does see this understands why these percentages may be off or why these numbers may be skewed in any way. And
we're here to explain that shit to you.
Yeah, we're here to drop some knowledge on that ass.
That's right.
So, first statistic: 59% of Americans play video games. And let's define video games real quick. They do not break it down into console, PC.
So just video games.
Anything that's a game.
This counts for Facebook games. This like Clash of Clans and fucking
Jezball.
Does this count mobile games too? Then
yes. Every type of game.
So 59% of Americans play video games.
So 40% of the nation does not play video games.
But bear in mind, I don't in any way, shape, or form consider Candy Crush a video game.
No. I don't.
Though
think
they
any of us
do.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, making that clarification. They consider gaming in a very broad sense that
honestly,
we are not.
Considering the fact they're taking Candy Crush and that kind of stuff into effect, I honestly think that that number feels low to me. I feel it's gonna be higher, but think of the
amount of people that are 70 and above.
That's
60 above.
That's literally what I was getting ready to say. Is like in 20 years, I think that number's gonna be much.
And also
higher.
the people that are below the age of 5 or 6, they're little kids that don't play
1,
any
2,
of that.
3,
Do they have a demographic?
They're gonna break it all up.
I mean, do they have an age range for?
I'm sure they do.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get there, motherfucker.
But 59%. I mean, are they considering newborn? I mean, like, are they legitimately counting just population?
Let's continue and see what happens.
Okay, well,
there are an average of 2 gamers in each game-playing U.S. household. Okay, that's
Whatever.
a weird stat.
That's a very weird
Doesn't
stat.
make any sense. The average U.S. household owns at least one dedicated game console, PC, or smartphone. For those of you who have a dedicated gaming smartphone, what the fuck are you doing? Get a console.
Hey, dude, everybody has to engage.
Yeah.
I imagine they said dedicated gaming smartphone.
It says dedicated game console, PC, or smartphone.
So I would say that they probably are just counting it as a smartphone.
Yeah. Unless you got like one of those old Nokias for Snake in a drawer somewhere, I don't think that counts
had
as
that
a dedicated
before.
game smartphone.
I love Snake. It was always better back then.
There's a
skill.
quote from some random guy with a PhD that probably doesn't make any sense. I'm going to skip that. 51% of U.S. households own a dedicated game console, and those that do own an average of 2. So I don't know how that. Maybe PC and 51% of the.
Well, the problem we're going to have with any of these number thing, it's based on a sample size.
Right.
There's going to be real skews in these kind of things.
Among American households that own a device used to play video games, 68% play games on console. Here's the staggering number. 53% play games on a smartphone, and 41% play games on a wireless device. iPads,
tablet, essentially.
Smartphone and wireless device use increased by 22% and 37% respectively since 2012. Makes sense because smartphones and
they're much more
tablets,
prevalent.
And despite the fact that we have I don't want to go as far as say disdain. We as for the most part aren't huge fans of mobile games just because they're usually not good.
Right.
And obviously the trend is the other direction.
And it's kind of a weird because in a way you do have to count them in games. I mean, they are games. Not in the traditional sense that we consider
they're not a
them,
video game. They're just a game.
They almost need their separate category, but there are, remakes of like Final Fantasies of older games that they've done, but they're such...
But I'm not getting invites, and like somebody I work with today actually invited me to play Candy Crush Saga.
Yeah.
No.
I'm like, really?
Well, the thing is...
But I don't consider... I agree with you, I don't consider that a video
game. Yeah, I'm just saying like that's...
Thing, though. Think of it this way. How can you consider Tetris a video game and not Candy Crush? They're the same type of game. They're a puzzle, color-matching, matching type of game.
The only issue I would say is time frame.
Yeah, absolutely. It was the originator.
It was a game back then that everybody had, and it was the only way you could play it was on a gaming console or a PC.
I think
the
that's
medium
the
was different.
See, so
Pong is much simpler than Candy Crush,
sure.
But it was also fucking 1970, and that's what you had.
Right.
So I don't think you can go back and retcon it. The fact is that things were different back then.
So what we consider a game, you may not consider a game because you may be younger than us, and you may have grown up. I didn't have a fucking cell phone until I was 17. So you think of it that way. That's 13 years ago. I've had a cell phone for less than half of my life. A lot of people listening probably have had it for the bulk of their life. So you think of it that way.
And a lot of the younger viewers too are probably going to have done a lot more handheld gaming than we mentioned Pokemon earlier, and that's almost a reason for a lot of people to get.
I absolutely consider every handheld system a video
without a doubt.
Period. Okay, moving on. The average game player is 31 years old. I don't think there's any surprises there.
No, because
that says average though, so that may surprise me a little bit.
If
it said the most people were 31.
That number I think that average is a little high because I think you're getting. The soccer mom is playing Candy Crush.
You're adding the mobile games. That's going to skew it older. I would probably guess more in that 25 age range. It was more realistic. That's the only problem with all these numbers. We're debating on something we don't understand the methodology on it because they're including things we don't include.
And the one thing is they don't really discuss
what they include,
how they got the
statistics. They don't bring up any of the methodology.
Unless it's at the end. No. Nope.
And usually with these kind of things, they give you a plus or minus. They let you know the base of people they surveyed, what it was.
Right.
See, I'd be interested to see, and not to shit on our list, I'd be interested to see these without the mobile games, but in a way they still have to kind of count for something. I mean,
they should make two different reports.
It shows you what is important in a way, sadly. I mean,
it shows you where it's trending.
The ESA is basically just a lobby. Right. They're a PAC for the video game industry, and that's what they do. So they're showing you what things in the current trends that are happening to their clientele.
Right. This is pretty interesting. The age of game players, so it's not gamers, game players, 29% under 18, 32% 18 to 35, 39% 36 plus. That's obviously skewed.
Yes, very skewed.
And the other stat that even skews that further, gender of game players, 52% male, 48 female.
And
that's completely false.
Right, those two statistics honestly tell you our problem with this list.
Outside of mobile, I don't know any girl that I would actually consider a gamer. One. I can think of one off the top of my head. And maybe your wife. I don't know if I consider
Not
a gamer.
now. Yeah. I mean, when we were engaged or dating and she played games every week.
But if it wasn't for you, would she have still played them?
The last time she played was Genesis. She played Aladdin or Little Mermaid or whatever. Right. That's what she played. And I'm saying she didn't play it as a kid.
Well, she played Dance Dance Revolution and all those games with you and that kind of stuff.
Yes, with me.
That's because of you.
And we played a fair amount of video games. You might classify her for that period.
I played a fair amount of video games with my wife, but she's not a gamer.
No.
So.
And
this says gender of game players, again, not gamers.
Yeah, it's and the thing is, we're not saying it's not shitting on them.
It's a weird term.
It is, and I think they're saying that because they're leaving out that modifier of video games, just games, period.
Women age 18 or older represent a significantly greater portion of the game-playing population. 36%. Wait a minute. Women age 18 or older represent represent a significantly greater portion of the game-playing population than boys age 18 or younger.
So you're saying that girls under 18 play more games than guys?
No, girls over 18 play more games than guys under 18.
Well, that actually means nothing.
That means literally nothing.
You've said
the
nothing.
average age is what, 82?
But the only thing
60 years versus 18, realistically 15. That's not fair.
When I think of a game player, your prime you're playing your games is probably your high school years or middle school years, where you would play forever, maybe even your early
college,
20s.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like you're saying that, based on my mind, the number one demographic for playing video games is that shouted by them. That is a complete Candy Crush function.
The number of female gamers aged 50 and older increased by 32%. Okay. The average number of years gamers have been playing video games, 14 years. That seems decently realistic, especially if the average is 31 years.
Well, the thing that's interesting, too, about that, I think, like, that one statistic about 36 and above that play a lot of games, I don't buy that of real video games.
Right.
I find people much older than us are probably when they quote-unquote, and I use air quotes, grew out of video games. Like, people are like 38, 39. I don't know a lot of gamers that are in their early 40s like we are.
Yeah.
Because they were too old for much past a Nintendo. You know, they played games when they were kids. They played Magnavox or an Atari. They just kind of grew out of it.
Right.
It used to be treated that way, you know?
This is a telling stat. Adult gamers have been playing for an average of 16 years, with adult men averaging 18 and adult women averaging 13. So that at least says that men start earlier than women.
Which, honestly, like the 13, that's still, I mean, even if you're considering, I guess, you know, we keep going back to Candy Crush, you know, mobile games, you can insert whatever, that still seems a little high to me.
Yeah, I have to question that one.
Yeah.
I mean, and you know,
on average,
they say when you were some 6-year-old played Mario the first time or whatever it was, does that now qualify her as playing games for 13 years? In fact, she plays them once a year. I mean, is that...
I'm sure in the questionnaire just was, did you play a game? You did play a game. You're a gamer now.
What was the first year you played a game?
And we sound like elitists there, but the truth is, playing a game and being a gamer are completely different.
And I think that's something that, you know, our audience, in my mind, should or probably would agree with, the fact that there's a difference between somebody who plays a game and there's a difference between them and a gamer.
If you're listening to a gaming podcast, I would think you would not only agree, you'd completely understand where we're coming from.
Right.
And it's not we're knocking on the people who play games. They're just not the classification is not the same.
Skipping past a couple, 44% of game players state that computer and video games give them the most value for their money compared with DVDs, music, or going out to the movies.
What percentage was that again?
44%. Seems way low to me.
Well, but that's versus everything else, though. You've got all that other stuff.
Well, it's really just against music and movies, though, right?
Music, DVDs, music, and going out to the movies. So, yeah.
You know, and that's the thing is, like, me, like, I'll watch TV shows. My wife and I have those shows just like you.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if I'm sitting by myself, I can watch people play a video game, I always choose. I would, given almost any activity, minus like sports or whatever, I'd always pick a video game.
Sports and video games, yep.
Because absolutely. I'm getting...
You're interacting.
Yes. There's no high scores in watching Community. And I love that show. There's no high scores there. I'm not being challenged by AI. I'm just watching Community. Yeah. And we all love Jeff Winger. I'm just saying. Putting that out there.
48% of gamers said that the quality of graphics, an interesting storyline, a sequel to a favorite game, or word of mouth was the most important factor. What? 4 things are the most important factor. Fuck that stat. 21% of gamers said the price was the most important factor in their decision of purchasing a computer or video game.
That's kind of shocking because the price is the same on every fucking game, essentially.
It's barely gone up in the last
But I'm just saying, this game, that game, they're all 50 or 60 or whatever. Right. It's like, hello, welcome to the 2000s.
Here we go. This is a good stat. Casual social gameplay on mobile devices and online has increased significantly. Among most frequent gamers, social games are now the most popular genre, increasing in popularity by 55% from 12 to 13.
Well, that's probably kind of like, honestly, like
Facebook games.
All joking about Clash of the Clans, like guys I play Warhammer with. They'll go on the Warhammer thread or someone mention, I played Clash of Clans. And boom, everybody's like, what clan are you in? What clan are you in? I've seen people, like girls, like, what clan are you in?
Yeah.
Clash of Clans is fucking ginormous.
That's all. I go play basketball every Thursday. That's all these guys talk about.
I've never even seen Clash of Clans.
And every time they're like, hey, my Tesla coil and bourbon. I'm like, you guys are fucking nerds. And I am a gamer that I do this for a living.
And we're gigantic nerds.
Yeah, we're fucking huge nerds. You're talking about it's a mobile game. Quit.
That is God, so elitist right now.
If I play Clash of the Clans and I said, "Hey guys, you want to play Clash of the Clans?" I'd be like, "Cool." That'd be the end of the conversation. I wouldn't be like, "Hey, dude, I just upgraded
Let's talk about
my
strategies."
Yeah, you could have done that for Smite before.
Oh yeah.
Well, I know, but that's a real game.
That's a real game. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, hey, you guys just on your pedestal.
We're number 3. Types of online games played most often: 30% casual and social games.
That seems low. After all these numbers.
28%, a different stat, puzzle, board game show, trivia, and card games.
So same thing.
So 58% are casual social games. 24% action, sports, strategy, role-playing. 11% persistent multiplayer universe. MMOs, MOBAs.
That even kind of seems, well...
Do you count a MOBA as persistent? Like, I wouldn't think of it in that perspective.
Maybe, yeah,
it's round-based.
Right. I guess that would be action.
Yeah, pretty much.
8% other, whatever that means.
Probably like a shooter or whatever else online, a MOBA.
77% of gamers play on their smartphone and or wireless device.
That's crazy because...
Well, 77% of gamers only play that.
No, but I mean, I don't
do that too.
I don't play any on my fucking phone.
If I'm taking a shit or something, I may pop up like hill climb racing or something.
You kind of like Wikipedia is a fucking online game. I mean, I just that's kind of shocked me that higher
percentage. You're the few though that doesn't just have a shitty game that they pop open on their phone and waste.
I'm just surprised that high of a number.
Shitty game.
Hey,
but
type of mobile games played most often is basically the same shit. Gamers who are playing more video games than they did 3 years ago are spending less time watching TV, going to the movies, and
so basically what they're saying is the very obvious: if you play more video games, you do less other things.
If you do something more, you do something else less. Thank you for that stat. Gamers who own dedicated game consoles use them for other entertainment media in addition to playing games. 50% use their console to watch movies, 26% to TV. We know this. This is a stupid stat.
That's,
It does more. I'm going to use it to do more. 62% of gamers play games with others, either in person or online. 77% of gamers play with others at least 1 hour per week. And 47% of gamers play social games, whatever the fuck a social game is.
I assume like a Farmville.
Maybe.
I would have to imagine.
Yeah. 18% play with parents, 32% with other family members, 42% play with friends, 14% play with their spouse, significant other. We're starting to get into some of the boring stats. This is parenting. This is bullshit. 88% of parents whose children play games believe the ESRB rating system is either very or somewhat helpful. What?
What does that mean? Like
85. This is interesting. 85% of parents are aware of the ESRB. That means 15% of the world doesn't even know it exists.
That's like saying I'm gonna go out to this movie. Oh, it's rated something. Oh, there are ratings on movies. I mean, like,
does that happens?
A little, of course. Some people are just so just oblivious to
gaming.
Games. Yeah.
But even my mom, if I said ESRB, she wouldn't know what I was talking about. But if I said, "Hey,
it's a mature game,"
it's a mature game, she'd be like, "Oh, all right, you kill people."
This is cool. Of the games rated by the ESRB in 2013, 46 received an E rating, 19 received an E10+, that I didn't even know existed. 23 received a T, and 12 received an M. Kind of cool.
Yeah. Obviously, E is where the money's at there.
Yeah, absolutely. Parents. None of that makes any fucking difference.
Parents just don't understand.
Parents. Top 5 reasons parents play games with their kids. 1, it's fun for the entire family. 2, because they're asked to. 3, it's a good opportunity to socialize with their child. 4, it's a good opportunity to monitor game content. 5, they enjoy playing games as much as their child does. Only 47%.
What about one is, to absolutely pwn the shit out of him?
I saw a picture online.
Just to teabag the fuck out of the little shit.
I saw a picture online of a little kid holding a game controller, and his dad beat him, and he was like, little shit thought he was going to just pick up the sticks and play like I was going to go easy on him, and he played him in like Madden or something. It was like winning 60-3 or something like that. It's pretty good. Best-selling video game super genres by units sold, 32% action.
That's all like your Assassin's Creeds. You're probably counting as Call of Duty.
This is why I couldn't believe sports was not on our best game genres. 13% of all games sold are sports games. 20% are shooters. Only 7% RPGs. 7% adventure games. 3.4% strategy. Best-selling computer games, 39% strategy.
Wow.
It is the land of strategy games.
Yeah. 7% shooter, 12% role-playing, and 28% casual, sorry.
Yeah, for the most part, action is a land of the console and strategy land of a PC.
This is going to be kind of cool, real quick. Top 20 selling video games of 2013. We'll go through like the top 5 or 10 or something like that. Grand Theft Auto 5, Call of Duty Ghosts, really.
It's Call of Duty.
This is interesting. Only, 12% were mature, right? But out of the top 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
4 or 5 of them easier
are mature.
That's the reason like a GameCube and Nintendo systems fail. Honestly, the mature are usually your heavy hitters.
This is also interesting. We'll go back. Top 20 selling video games, period, by units sold. Grand Theft Auto 5, Call of Duty Ghosts, Madden 25, Battlefield 4, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, NBA 2K14, Black Ops 2, Just Dance 2014.
Honestly, NBA
Just
being
Dance is huge.
Minecraft.
NBA being that high is actually kind of surprising.
No. I don't think so. Most of the time when you watch sports games on YouTube or something like that, it's going to be NBA 2K14 or Madden. Almost every fucking game. And Disney Infinity, whatever the fuck that is. Top 20 selling computer games. The top 10, all are teen except for 2, and 1's everyone.
Huh.
That's kind of interesting. StarCraft 2, Heart of the Swarm, SimCity 2013, The Sims 3 expansion pack, starter pack, The Sims 3, another Sims expansion pack.
So Sims.
Jesus Christ. StarCraft 2, again,
Cash
another
money.
expansion.
Giving him Sims.
Miss the Pandaria, Diablo 3, and another Sims expansion pack. Motherfucker.
Completely demographic shift in what people play from a
isn't
PC
that crazy?
and a console. I don't know. I kind of expected a lot of it.
Yeah. U.S. computer video game dollar sales growth. It's pretty much stayed the same. Yeah. That's about it. I mean, we're getting to the end, but total consumer spent on games industry 2013. You want to take a guess?
No.
Total on content, hardware, and accessories.
Well, because they're counting downloaded games and shit like that.
Yeah, probably like 8-10 billion.
I'm gonna say 20 billion.
21.5 billion. That's a lot of fucking money.
Creates more money than Hollywood.
Holy shit.
And I guess, are we pretty much done with the list there?
Yeah, I mean, that's the end. I mean, I
a
just
good read. Just it's a skewed number, a little bit different than what we're looking at, but it's interesting to see how massive social games are.
And I guess my question is, like, how relevant is this information? I mean, we're throwing out information to the listeners out here. Like, what does it all mean?
Double rainbow.
What does it mean?
I think it's really telling the fact that people are playing on their smartphones and their iPads and their tablets and their iPods and their fucking Facebook and shit.
And we brought up quite a few times where people cannot just sit, relax. It's always got to be constant.
Twitchy, back and
forth. I got to have something
to
entertain me, and mobile games are the best outlet for that. You've got 5 minutes to kill. You play Clash of the Clans.
I watch my brother, and it kills me.
Oh, God,
I love him to death.
Do you?
Yeah.
He's not listening, don't worry.
I love him to...
He stopped listening after like the first 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
he had to check his Snapchat.
I love everything about that fucking kid, but he's just... I want to play Smite. Okay, my turn. And while I'm playing, he's playing, I'm watching him. Helping him learn what to do. While I'm playing, he's Snapchatting and playing Clash of Clans and playing some other stupid mobile game. And then he goes off and plays, fucking Rainbow Six in the other room. And I'm like, the fuck? Can you just not sit here for 4 minutes? And that's why mobile games are popular, because it gives people something to do. And then they play it for a few minutes in the waiting room, and then all of a sudden, I got to get to that next level in Candy Crush, And
I think one of the things that I'm taking from this list is it kind of lets you know where you're when they talk about demographics and that kind of stuff. You hear like 50% of gamers are female now. You have to keep in mind, like,
game players.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing. And that's the thing is, like, I'm not hating on female gamers. If you're a female gamer, great. And honestly, that's awesome.
I know plenty of them.
And that's fucking awesome. Do your.
So you can name one.
You do you.
You do.
No,
you.
I mean, I know. I didn't know personally.
But I mean, and that's cool. But like, you have to realize whenever they say that 50%, they're talking about game players like you'd mentioned. They're talking about the Candy Crush players and the mobile game players. That when a chick's taking a shit, she's playing Candy Crush or whatever.
She just played Temple Run.
Poop,
I know,
dude.
that's
Girls
true.
don't poop.
But it is just kind of interesting because people like to a lot of people just throw that figure around. Oh, games girls play as much as guys. No, they don't.
No, they don't. And that's things like they'll say, well, they don't cater to games for girls. They make games for guys.
That's why they don't.
And you know why they don't? Dude, if I were a fucking business person, and honestly, 95% of my market was one demographic, news fucking flash,
Yeah.
I'm going to create content for them.
I like money. So,
Yeah. And also, think about this. Most of the games that women actually play don't have a protagonist.
No.
They're just that Candy Crush, that Farmville.
or Sims, and they are the protagonists.
Yeah, then they get to choose the
But I
protagonist.
bet that most people who play Sims
Yeah.
are guys.
Oh, yeah. I love the fucking Sims. That's
I'm saying, like, they may even have a higher proportion,
Of girls to guys,
but it's still a just retarded
It's probably like-
majority. It's like 80%
I would
or
say
85.
75. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. And I think it's something innately different between us and them.
That's just the way it is.
Things will never be the same.
Never be the same. Yeah. Anyway, so that's a good read. Check it out. But make sure anytime you see a statistic that you don't think it's fucking God's word, and just pay attention.
Yep.
Anyway, we're gonna move on to a new segment that we've got. You remember we cut the fucking upcoming games bullshit?
It was a good idea, and that's something we'd kind of like to cover. And we're
Actually, if you go back and think about it, it was a terrible idea.
no
Too many mobile games. Fucking mobile games.
Games aren't released over the course of a year. They're released in chunks. And we should have fucking thought about that, and we didn't, and that was stupid. It's way more important to talk about the upcoming news, because news changes all the time.
It is news.
It is news. So this is going to be Andrew's baby. What he's going to do is kind of keep his ear to the ground, and anything that he thinks is a hot topic, we're going to fucking talk about.
Someone's coming.
He's listening to Buffalo or some
That's
shit,
right. Fucking...
Dances to wolves over here.
So, without further ado, what are we going to talk about today?
All right, the first thing, and this is one of the bigger things, honestly. I think this is one of the biggest pieces of gaming news to come out in a while. YouTube/Google's acquisition of Twitch.
And I don't know if that's actually confirmed yet.
It's a rumor at this point, but the last I had seen on it, it was pretty much, they said it's probably, I mean, it's in the works, it's probably going to, imminent is the word that I read.
Right.
So to me that says imminent.
And while not fully gaming related,
Good.
yeah,
Good.
while not fully gaming related because it has to do with Google and YouTube, Twitch is like 95%.
It's a gaming thing, essentially.
So it is a big deal. How do you guys feel about it?
Like, personally, I don't know. This is going to be an interesting question for you to answer, because these are going to affect more of you than me, than O'Brien in that order.
As far as effectiveness.
Yes, because I'm just kind of getting my start on Twitch. I've got a good a great viewer base for all of you viewers who are listening. Yeah, I love you
He's
guys.
like, I got a shitty viewer base,
Yeah,
but
they're all-
Yeah, because in the break, he's like, man, these fucking people following me. What a bunch of jagoffs.
But I like Twitch in its current form.
Yeah.
I hope that it doesn't change too much. I hope they don't do kind of the same thing they did with YouTube with the comments, requiring Google Plus. And I know they backed off that, but you can't really undo the damage you've done in that respect, because people don't comment as much. You don't get as much interaction. And I hope,
True.
and I think that since they backed off of that on YouTube, I can't imagine them implementing it on Twitch, because if you've already backed off of it on one medium, why would you continue to force it if in a way you've admitted a mistake there?
Well, Google Plus is definitely their baby, and I think anything they can do to try to drive that home, they're kind of going to. They're trying to, when they're acquiring all these entities, they're doing it to basically buffer up their software offering with Google Plus.
Well, the thing is that I read a statistic that said Google Plus has over 1 billion registered users. Registered users, not users.
Yeah,
It's kind of like the mobile
It's
game.
a completely different fucking category of people. You have 1 billion people registered because you forced them to register to comment on YouTube videos. And you tricked half of them because it was like, okay, click through this bullshit.
Honestly,
Shit, Google Plus.
Yeah,
what happened?
That's exactly what happened to me. I was just
Yeah.
like clicking buttons, like, oh, well, shit, I guess I'm on Google Plus now.
Yeah.
5-5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So here's the thing: they haven't backed off of their Google Plus initiative. What they've said is that they're going to stop forcing it.
That's what I meant, I guess.
But you said that they can't undo it, and I think that's bullshit. Because if you're saying we're not gonna do this anymore, But the thing is that people are bitching about what you've already done. You can undo that.
For sure.
You can revert back to YouTube accounts and give me my YouTube freedom back without having to have your stupid Google Plus. And when I comment, not me personally, but when people comment, now it's saying like Bob Johnson has commented on your video. That guy may not have wanted his YouTube name to be Bob Johnson.
And I will say, when I
freedoms.
Freedoms.
To clarify on my end, when I said you can't undo that, is more as like people are out of the habit of being able to comment.
Right.
So like it's gonna be a long time before you're able to get that base of people who are like just every video they would comment on and say something on. Now they're like used to not being able to doing that or not wanting to get into Google Plus. That was more what I was saying. I'm not saying that Google can't undo their mandate on that. I'm saying that your users in general may not go back to
and you can't undo their perception.
Yes.
It's like Microsoft and the DRM or the $5 fee. Even if you back off everything, you can't undo what...
You can't undo the damage.
You're correct.
Right.
Yes.
This is going to affect me more than it's going to affect you guys, at least up front.
And either way, I mean, good or bad, it's going to affect you.
Yeah, it's going to affect me. And here's my thoughts on it. I'm going to go on a little soapbox. First off, I agree. I like Twitch how it is now. I disagree with the fact that it's good right now because the comment, their chat servers are shit. And
True.
Their delay on their new quote unquote video is bullshit. It used to be like a 6 to 10 second delay. Now it's like 20 to 30. Yeah. So it's great in the fact that I'm not going to get ghosted while I'm playing games, but I could always set that delay if I wanted it. The thing about the 6 to 10 second delay is that people can say something as it's almost happening instead of me having to wait half a minute to see a good play. Because, when I have a good play or something, I go, yeah! And then I sit there going back to playing before chat's like, yeah!
Because if you, first watching your stream, I would... or like playing with you even, right. I would listen to the fucking headset and I'm like watching the mic. I'm like, the fuck's he talking about? He's way behind this.
Yeah.
And that delay, at first I didn't realize. I'm like, this is fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, why is it taking so long? He's not fucking responding. And
it's like when you watch a TV show and their mouse, even though their mouse and words are like split second off, that's all you can look at and you're like, oh my God, this is off.
Yeah.
This is fucking terrible.
Yeah. What's
going on? Oh my God. Head explodes.
Yeah. So the acquisition of Twitch by YouTube's already got the back end built. They've got the largest video website in the world.
Sure.
They've already got streaming backend. Their streaming backend's shit, but...
I remember when you were excited for that, and you were like,
YouTube
streaming, and then it was pile of shit.
Yeah. So I believe that they're buying Twitch, or possibly buying Twitch, to replace their streaming backend, which is great, because Twitch already has a system built, but they don't have the backend built for it. YouTube and Google have that. So that's great. 2... Not only is it going to be better for the streamer, it's going to be better for the viewer because they're going to get a higher quality stream with faster response from the server and hopefully a better chat system. Hopefully.
I certainly hope so.
The downfall that I think is going to happen is that YouTube uses bots to watch for copyright. If they start doing that, nobody's going to be able to stream music. Period.
And that honestly, that takes a lot of the personality of your chat away because...
the personality of the streamer.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. It's because we all three love listening to metal, and that's in a way like our own personality. We're the metal guys on the Smite Game stream, or even on our own stream, people come there because they like metal, or they may not come there because they don't like metal.
Right.
And that gives you personality. And if I can't play any music, and that honestly encourages me to fill dead space with just talking, because music kind of prevents you from having so much dead space,
right?
And you don't feel bad if for just speaking.
They had to get copyright-free music, which some of it's tolerable. You use trance noises.
It's not.
But
it's not.
Well, it's okay for a 10-second clip. It's not so okay for
3 hours or 10 hours or however long you're streaming.
And it is background noise. You do want a little bit of that in there. That's an effect you don't think about that makes sense.
Yeah, it's filler. And the thing about it is that why Twitch doesn't care about copyright and YouTube does? Well, first off, why Twitch doesn't care? Because it's not their fucking job to care. If I write an album and I release it and I'm making millions of dollars off of it, it is me, it is my team, my publisher, my lawyer, it is my team of people that are required to watch for copyright. It's not Twitch's job. Their job is to run a fucking website, run a service. It's not their job.
They're not here to babysit you.
They're not here to watch for copyright.
They're here to make sure you're not showing your cock on fucking Twitch.
Yes. YouTube... It is not their job to be watching for copyright, but they do it, And they do it if O'Brien makes a YouTube video that has a DRM free song in it, or a DRM, what the fuck am I talking about? A copyright free song in it, and Andrew makes a video that has a copyrighted song in it, O'Brien may get hit with a copyright before Andrew, because I could go on your video and go, that's my material. They don't even research it. They just okay, copyright. And you get a strike. Not a strike, but a flag.
Yeah.
And Andrew may have a fucking like Slipknot song on there, and nobody will say anything because the bot didn't pick it up. Yeah. The bot didn't pick it up, and it's probably Pulse the Maggots or something stupid.
Yeah.
Some of their later stuff. Anyway.
They got away. They went away.
It's that you cannot have a bot on a live stream. It can't happen. Because somebody's randomly going to go, I don't like that guy. He's my copyright stuff. And, that you are now shut down. Like, what?
And honestly, like, too, like, as a streamer, like, it's kind of cool when somebody in chat's like, dude, that fucking song. Yes, I haven't heard this song in forever. And that's really fucking cool of you, especially,
Yeah, I love Candle in the Wind. It rocks.
Like, especially, like, liking metal, where not everybody likes metal. If you hear that one guy's like, yeah, I haven't heard that fucking song ever. He's a metal guy. It makes you feel
I had
good.
a guy come into the chat and he goes, oh my god, are you seriously listening to OTEP? You're now my favorite streamer.
Yeah.
Just shit like that happens, and that you lose that whole level of intimacy with your viewers, So,
Hi, Cyclops Dark Anarchy.
Yeah.
She's a poet. Read the liner notes. She's not a singer.
She's not a singer. She's a poet. Anyway. Yeah, so, I don't know. That's about it. That's all I got to say on that. It's good and bad. I can see good and bad coming from it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And that's with anything. Yeah. So, I mean...
Sure.
Well, this is kind of one of the things you're going to have to wait and see on, unfortunately.
Yeah. What's next in the news topics?
All right. This was kind of we used to have this be kind of the new game segment, and we'd still like to mention relevant games. This is obviously, we're moving away from the new game focus, especially on a weekly basis, but we've got a couple games coming up that I think are definitely worth talking about, that a lot of people are talking about right now in general. The first one coming out is Watch Dogs, and the other one that I'd like to touch on too, Mario Kart 8.
Woo!
So
I already got that pre-order, bro.
I'm more excited for Mario Kart 8.
Yeah.
But I think we are. I think everybody in general is more excited for what.
You cannot escape Watch Dogs on
Watch
TV,
Dogs,
Steam, anything.
Yeah.
And I guess my question for you guys is this going to be a game, and once again, we're not going to know until it comes out and we play it and have a chance to look at it, but is this going to be a game that is just going to be that hype monster of, it's going to be like it's Square Enix, and they're, making this big, gigantic thing. They're putting Ubisoft.
The soft part of it.
Yeah. It's just, do you think it's going to be... Do you think it has a chance of living up to the hype, or do you think it's just going to be that hype monster that you still put out a good game, but it just doesn't live up to the hype anyway?
I think with the production they put into it and the advertising dollars they put in, I mean, dude, it's literally everywhere. I think at the very least you'll see a sequel just based on the cost to develop it, and you'll have the platform.
It's going to be a good game.
It feels like to me like an Assassin's Creed for them. That's what it seems like to me.
They made Assassin's Creed.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Didn't you feel
that's
like
what I meant to say.
The feeling that I get from the game, and the feeling that I've seen a game similar, like Infamous. Infamous, it's kind of like that new tech savvy, big advertising campaign. Do you think it'll have that kind of success, bigger success, less success, or am I even in the right?
Super successful.
No, it's just like it's an open world kind of game, and the concept of not comparing it exactly to Assassin's Creed, but it feels to me like that's kind of their niche now.
Yeah,
like it really is. We're gonna do an open world game. It looks dark, but kind of cool, like an anti-hero kind of feel, where I could see Infamous as a good comparison.
And it's kind of...
Infamous was ahead of its time, I think, a lot.
I agree.
It's kind of sneaky.
Yeah.
Where you've got this, device that controls shit, and I don't know a ton about it. That was at E3 last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I've watched some trailers of it. I understand the premise.
Division were like huge at E3 last year.
Yeah. Like, I've watched trailers of it. I kind of get the premise of it, the way that the guy's supposed to work. It looks cool.
I understand it as you go in, you've got a target. It's similar to Hitman, and you got to go in and do something without being caught, or you can be caught if you want to, and just go balls out. That's how I gather it, but I don't know. So
I think the concept of the game is kind of cool, though. Like, you're essentially controlling a lot of stuff via app for your phone.
Right.
And, while we kind of shit on apps on your phone a lot of times, especially games.
If I had an app for my phone that could control every electronic device,
that you wouldn't shit on it too often. But I think it'd be kind of cool buying power-ups. You use Devil May Cry or, God of War, that kind of system where you go through, and if they're going to go kind of that same formula, which I don't know if they are or not.
Is it an actual app, a phone app?
From my understanding, there are at least, like, I've seen him have his cell phone out, and he does
I didn't know if it was a cell phone or if it was just like a remote. You know
I think it actually is like a cell phone. I mean, it could be a little wrong. I haven't done a ton of research into it, but as much media is being, in a way shoved down our throats, and I don't mean that negatively, but it's just everywhere.
Right.
It seems like also like you're not saying anti-hero, but you're a good guy, but it's like the term the watchdog is like a vigilante maybe is the word I'm searching for.
Vigilante, he was a cat.
A cat vigilante. This is a eyeballs, baboon
with
sauce.
juice.
With the eel and the statue.
If you don't know that movie, you're missing out. Like it's like Citizen Kane and then that movie. If you don't know, we're not gonna say it.
No.
You can do some research.
There'll be like 4 people out there like, yeah.
Are you Dave Davidson? Did I ask what sex you were?
40 million fucking Deutschmarks, Bob.
But also Mario Kart 8.
Oh my god, dude. Watching Nintendo's Twitter on that, like seeing every time a new guy, like Baby Daisy. Like they have a lot of random ass people and their carts are cool. Like it's like Daisy. It's like a horse-drawn carriage. And it's made into a cart, and it's like shrunk. And it's just,
well, you realize that carts are customizable.
Yes,
you have like parts that you can upgrade your cart.
That's
you can
really
put different tires on
the style of it.
Right,
I'm pretty stoked for to see the whole roster, and I'm really excited.
Here's the big news, real quick. This is the huge difference in this game compared to every other Mario Kart. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? No, anybody?
I guess not. I don't know.
It's massive. So what's the one thing that you hate about Mario Kart?
Blue shells.
They have an item that stops blue shells.
Ah.
They have a horn that plays a loud sound burst and shatters any projectile that's coming towards you. So you actually have defense against blue shells now, which is very, very intriguing to me.
Lightning bolt would still fuck your world.
Lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt.
Yeah. But that's cool. Like everybody bitches about the blue shell.
It's a terrible item, but to me, once again, that's just take blue shells out.
Yeah, but blue shells are fun. I know
they're never
annoying.
Fun. They're terrible.
They're fun for the guy in third who gets first place because of a blue shell.
I don't want to win.
Usually don't get him in third though.
But that means
the guy that was in third got
that means you won on a technicality.
But I will say that the blue shell doesn't bother me as much as everybody else because it's a random game anyway. There's
I get that. I just don't like the item.
Here's the question though. Is the horn going to be one of the quote-unquote good items that you have to be back sixth place to get? Because you're not going to get a horn in first place, I imagine. You're going to get a banana or a green shell or some shit like that.
Most likely, you would think so.
I will say the one thing that's intriguing to me about this, and I think they're being a very smart move with this. The one thing, and I'll use Smash Brothers for the comparison. The older Smash Brothers games, you had 10 characters. You had you gradually started opening up. They've opened this up, like you said. You're going Baby Daisy among other obscure or more obscure.
And they've always had a lot in Mario Kart. Mario Kart always had a lot of racers.
Double Dash was the one they really opened
it up. So it's been open for a while.
But I think them opening it up to this extent. I mean, what's the roster? Do we see with the roster?
It's like 30 racers or something.
It's
20 something.
I want to say it's 30 plus. It might be as many as 35.
And they had like some crazy gold.
Because they have regular Daisy too, and
like
they have like tons of baby characters, which may seem lazy, but it's just cool.
Yeah, they've got 8 characters in Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Daisy. And then they've got Waluigi, all the shit.
Metal Mario, his fucking shit looks awesome.
Yeah.
Too, by the way.
What I hope happens with this is I hope they, they don't just, copy and paste Mario and Luigi, them kind of have the same stats. I hope everybody, if you've got this big roster of 30 people, I hope they, obviously could do the cart upgrades and that kind of stuff.
And their own
mentioned. Hopefully they have
their move or whatever you want to call it.
And hopefully everybody has their own individual stats. Even if they're a little bit different, but hopefully
they don't have their individual stats, but they are classed into individual classes.
Yeah, like the tank, the speedster,
where Wario and Bowser are the slow.
I would like to see them pare that down. I know it would almost be more for the number crunching kind of people, but I'd like to see them give.
They could.
I think they should though, because it gives more identity to every single character instead of you just being the speedster or the fat guy or whatever.
Like Peach floats, Luigi jumps higher, that kind of shit. Yeah.
So I will say the only thing obviously I want to play the game, but I'm really interested to see what it does for sales.
Yeah. I think you'll see a huge jump in Wii U sales this year because of Smash and Mario Kart.
Not to mention, I imagine they're going to make a ton of money on the software itself just because everybody who has a Wii U, right? Not everybody. Because there'll be some parent who bought it for the kid.
90% or more.
I would say probably, 3 out of 4 are going to buy it guaranteed.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we bought it. We bought
Wii U just for
2 games.
Mario Kart and Smash.
Yeah.
So, boom, we're one of the statistics right there.
Cool.
Yeah.
But that pretty much does it for the upcoming news. I mean, we hit the heavy hitters. We hit a couple of the big games coming out, and that's kind of what this segment is going to be.
There's more stuff, but we're trying to pick we're trying to cherry pick the big things.
It's the headlines, not the
Yeah.
night.
And honestly, if you
More
guys
than
see
11.
if you guys see any, and obviously we're running a week, in arrears, but like if you guys see anything in the news of gaming news that we may miss, or that you think is relevant for us to bring up in the news segment, obviously, tweet that shit
At the Gamegasm, bro.
at the Gamegasm, or comment on the video
Gamegasm.mailbag.
or
At gmail.com.
Gamel.
because I'd be interested to see what you guys are interested in, hearing our opinion on, because we open up the main topic quite a bit for you guys and our mailbag, but this maybe give you another medium.
There you go.
Cool.
Lightning round.
Oh, yeah, girl. It's time for the lightning round.
All right, welcome to Lightning Round, the game show that we play every single episode.
And then we say that we play it every single episode.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah.
That's the tagline.
In case you
motherfucker.
forgot.
In case you forgot, we played every motherfucking episode. Hey, maybe there's a new listener. They don't know what's happening.
You need to go back and listen to the rest of the fucking podcast, bitch.
So, O'Brien won last time. He's going to start us off and guess that game, you jackass.
Be the Sizzler, bitches. Okay.
We say that every time.
That's funny every time, though. And sometimes I say, hey, shooter, you like Red Lobster, motherfucker. You jackass. The guy with the beetle again. Okay. This game,
Yeah?
right? The sequel was often better remembered.
The sequel was often better remembered, okay?
Okay? There's a level that specifically everybody hated. I mean, it was very terrible.
I instantly want to guess, but I'm not going to. Are you gonna ball up?
Sack here? Some nuts?
Like, I want to say I think I know exactly what you want to say, but I'm thinking he's trying to trick
Inside
us.
your scrotal sac, there are testicles. Do either of you want to pull them out and show them for the group?
I'm gonna let you go. Hopefully, yeah.
Your gonads. Medical terms out there. Quite often they are referred to as heroes in a half
Ninja Turtles.
shell. Yeah.
That's what I was gonna go with too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was
I was
my
gonna
go.
go with
The fucking water level.
See, I was gonna
Yeah,
go.
the water.
See, I was gonna go with the water level from Ocarina of Time
honestly,
because that is a sequel that everybody likes more than the original.
No, but honestly, everybody
No, I
likes TMNT 2, the arcade game, way better.
Yeah, well, the arcade
that was
version.
my.
That's
I
why.
almost that was my sack up too. That's why
Really?
that's why I was that close.
Nice.
As soon as you said heroes,
Fucking that
Good,
water
well done.
level.
because you would
Brutal.
be doing great.
Oh, yeah, you like got lives
and then
and
you
fucking
lose,
shit
you
up.
lose two
Yep.
people on it, and
Then-
then what you would do is you go back and try and fucking rescue them,
Yep.
and you die trying to rescue them.
Yeah.
Because they
Oh,
weren't
God,
easy to
that was
fucking rescue.
so
Fun game
bad.
mechanic. And an amazing game. I'm not saying it's not a good game. I'm just saying that everybody that I ever knew liked the sequel better.
Oh yeah.
And the sequel was awesome. And multiplayer in the sequel was so much
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
But good guess. Good job, Andrew.
Good job. That was not my sack up.
So I guess that means I get to go.
Yeah.
You need to go, sir.
You know the rules.
I do know the rules.
We played every game.
We
remember?
do play it every
Or
fucking game.
Every
Every
time.
jackass.
Jackass.
Sizzler. All right, my game is a platformer / puzzle game on the original Nintendo.
Wait,
Nope.
that's it?
Yeah.
No, like long convoluted paragraph that we have to kind of decipher.
No, 2 facts still.
I still, because if I give
Platformer.
you one or the other, it still doesn't narrow down a lot.
So puzzler, platformer.
Platformer puzzler on Nintendo.
yeah, and it's not even like that. I mean, puzzle's a very relative term.
Here it goes.
No, because you fucking asked. You gave me the look like more. You dicks.
Okay.
The object of this game is to create an item in which O'Brien has specific disdain for.
Burger time.
Yes,
Boom!
Wow.
Oh, give me that.
that was good.
Burger time. That's a good game.
That was, honestly, I just,
Puzzler / platformer.
It
Never
was a puzzler and a platformer. You had to collect all the burger pieces.
Yeah, but I don't count it as a puzzler. I count as a platformer.
I actually wikied it, and it said puzzle over platformer was the.
Wow.
No. It was more. That's because I was gonna say platformer. And
Yeah,
that's
I
the
could.
only reason-
I'm,
Only reason I brought up, I wasn't like pointing at you like.
no,
fuck
I know
you.
you're like.
Fuck you. Fuck you,
know what?
cocksucker.
Fuck Wiki. I disagree with
What was
Wiki
your
on
third
that
clue?
one.
It was your main character was Chef Peter Pepper, and you
that
used
really his name?
is Chef Peter Pepper, and you peppered enemies such as
Dude.
eggs or sausages.
I used to play it so much in our arcade game.
Honestly, the
I
funny
loved
thing
it.
about that game is I've been wanting to bring this game out for so fucking long, and I didn't because I didn't know if it was that niche game that no one had fucking played.
No, I used to play it all the time.
But you guys brought up Burger Time last week in
yeah.
passing, and I'm like, okay, I get
Yep,
the green
now
light
I'm
to
gonna
do
do
it.
it.
I got
Yeah.
the green light for it, so that's why. I mean, that's 2 months.
I used to play a lot of those cheesy arcade games.
Oh, I love Burger Time so
Oh.
much.
My mom used to make fun of me for it because it was a stupid game.
It was stupid, but it was stupid awesome.
But not the premise was stupid, but the actual play of the game was fun and challenging.
And what other game are you going to see like fried eggs trying to kill you?
Honestly, if I see
that
fried eggs,
cholesterol.
I'm just trying to eat. I'm just trying to eat them.
Yeah, exactly. All right, ready? This is I just want a series, not a specific game. This is a series where the stories don't continue, and actually the second game was supposed to be a separate series. Try that on for size.
Wow.
Stories don't continue in the
Some
second
weird,
game.
wild stuff.
Well, so the second game was what supposed to be?
Supposed to be. It started off in production as a second series and ended up being the sequel to the first one.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I got no desire to guess.
Clue 2. The game has at least one Space Marine in it.
So far.
I mean, like, Space Marine is such a generic term. Like, a Marine in space.
Yes.
I mean, I know, but like, I feel like you could name anything, call them Space Marines.
I got nothing, dude.
No?
And I think because of you said there's a Space Marine in it, I think it's gonna be some obscure motherfucking character that's not like the main character. Go ahead. I'm not.
Didn't
gonna
say
get this.
that.
I know.
Clue 3. The game's name is short for a natural disaster.
Quake?
Yep.
Ah,
Good.
good play.
A quick off the draw.
Nice. I wouldn't have even got. I wasn't
Very
even.
nice.
Once you put it all together, but just the Space Marine thing is throwing me out.
That's the point of the game, though.
Because I play a lot of later Quake.
Yeah.
A little fast paced for my taste when it comes to shooters.
You know the funny thing about the series? You know much about Quake at all?
Not really.
So I did not play 4. I played all 3 of the other games. Because that was back when I was super into like, Duke Nukem and Wolfenstein, all that shit. What was that other game? Triad. Rise of the Triad. Remember that shit?
I do.
I played all those old shooters. And Quake 2 was originally not supposed to be a Quake game. But when they brought out Quake 4, that was a continuation of the storyline from Quake 2, which is pretty cool. They went back and tied it back in.
I just remember the one I played all the way through was on Xbox, and it actually had a good story. I can't remember if it was 3. I want to say it's 3. It could have been 4. But it was really good.
Your main character was a Space Marine, but I didn't want to say your main character was a Space Marine because then it's Doom, Halo, Quake, and Duke Nukem. That's about it.
Yeah, and I didn't really think of him as a Space Marine either.
Right.
Because to me, like a Space Marine is like
a Marine in space. As I was
Warhammer 40K or the term for Master Chief.
Doom and Halo were both specifically Space Marines.
I never would have thought the Doom guy is a Space Marine. Never really would have.
That is his name too, Doom Guy.
Yeah.
Space Marine Doom guy.
Space Marine Doom Guy. So the question is,
The Rock played it.
do we want to go to Feudgasm next, or do we want to try our new game? We nixed Devil's Advocate for those people who are used to listening.
The new game is technically in place of Devil's Advocate.
So let's do it second.
Correct.
Let's go.
All right, we don't know what we're going to call this. It's going to be like the $10,000 pyramid style.
The pyramid gasm.
The blank. We need to go back to the drawing board and think of actual names.
It could be Passgasm.
We can't just say something and then gasm on it.
No, that's exactly what we're doing. That is exactly what we're
It's a good formula.
doing. It
You
works.
remember like Link to the Last when we played that game? That was a good fucking name.
It should have been Linkgasm. If we'd go with Linkgasm, we'd still be playing it right now.
Catagasm.
Chaingasm.
Categories, we would have probably had to go with something different.
All right, so anyway, no matter what we're going to call it, it's basically a charade style game or a password
It's
or
the
a
$100,000 pyramid
game. Yeah, where there are going to be clues and you have to get the person to say them. Now, we're going to score this a little differently than the rest of our games. Let's explain it real quick. So, we're going to make sure that both the person giving the clues and the person guessing get equal points for doing both. That way, nobody's trying to fuck the other one by just sitting here with a blank stare not guessing, because that's a shitty
And not that we would do that, but
it cuts that factor out possibly.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you're playing at home.
Yeah.
And want to have fun with your own Passgasm.
Yeah. And we talked about this as we were thinking about the game. What's the one thing you fucking hated about the $10,000 pyramid or password? You know the fucking word.
I can see the word.
Guess.
They're like,
I want to guess with them.
Yeah, what's the fun? I'm like, oh, I guess I know the answer. Every fucking question. It's like, what if Jeopardy showed you the answer on TV when they showed you? Yeah, wow, I know the answer.
Or
now.
Wheel of Fortune showed you the fucking puzzle.
Yeah, it's like Titty Caca.
Yeah.
You know?
You said titty. So anyway, both people are going to get points. So if Andrew and I are going, and he is giving the clues, and I guess 5 games, we both get 5 points.
Correct.
At the end, we're going to go around. So I'll give the clues to Andrew. Andrew will give to O'Brien. O'Brien will give to me. And then we'll go backwards the other way. I'll give to O'Brien. O'Brien will give to Andrew. Andrew will give to me. That way there's going to be 6 total rounds. They're only like a minute apiece.
Yep.
So we'll burn through it. And the total at the end, we will tally up the points. And we're going to try. I don't know how it's going to work.
Hopefully it works out well.
2 points for the winner, 1 point for second place, and a squadouche for the last place guy.
And we do that because otherwise it would completely unbalance the
Yeah,
rest
because we
of the
get
game.
like 13
Yeah,
points.
you got
and
1
just,
point.
Oh, cool, I just finished
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that's all I care about is that game mode.
Yeah.
So,
Let's see how this goes.
yeah, I'll just start since I've got it prepared here. And basically, these are going to be video games that Andrew is going to have to get me to say. So, are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Let's do this shit.
All right,
This is
here
one
we
time
go.
I'm like rooting for you in this game.
Yeah, I know. See, this is the thing. We're actually rooting for each other. So let's go.
All right, here we go.
Ready?
I'm gonna fuck this up the first time I know it. Hadouken.
Ryu.
No,
Street Fighter.
yes. Off the map. New
Lost.
game. Off the map. Big deal. Graphics. Great graphics.
Far Cry.
What?
Off the map?
Off the map as far as that's where the game would be. Can we pass?
Yes.
Okay. Like Doom, the first Doom. The first Doom, like, kind of game.
First-person shooter.
No, like, one of the early ones.
What?
One of the very first-person shooters.
Doom, Rise of the Triad, Quake.
A four-legged animal. A four-legged animal.
Wolfenstein?
Yes! Smash Brothers pink guy.
Kirby.
Yes. Not Riven, but
Mist.
yes. Oh, God. Uncharted.
Uncharted. Wow.
Off the map.
Yeah.
And only 1 pass. We may not have stated that.
Yeah, 1 pass per round.
Yeah.
So, we got 4.
We got shit
4.
on. I don't feel like that was good. Wolfenstein, I thought being the
You
first.
could just said old shooter killed Nazis.
Yeah, if you just would have said castle
Nazis, yeah.
and shot Nazis. Fucking Nazis.
All right, so now I'm going to pass this to Andrew, and Andrew is going to be getting clues
from O'Brien.
from O'Brien.
Yeah, I've been giving you a hard clue.
Yeah, baby.
The Hardly Boys.
All right, here we go.
You got Balls of Steel.
Duke Nukem.
Ah, fuck.
Oh.
Pass it. Want nothing to do with that one.
Oh.
Fucking Andy blows this game on GameCube.
Oh, Beautiful Joe.
Yep. We know nothing about this game.
Pokemon.
Yep. Oh shit!
Whoa.
It's a fighting game, really done anime style, kind of almost
King of Fighters.
kind of almost RPG-esque. I want to say that SquareSoft might have made it.
Oh, God, what's the fucking name?
The cogs of a machine would be
Gears of War.
But you're right, and then the second part there, the first part, something you're
Xenogears.
Yeah.
They did a 3D version of this on 64. It's a huge platformer with an explosive device. The guy,
Slaughterman.
Yes. It's got its own special controller. You play music with it.
Guitar Hero.
Yes.
Woo!
Scary Movie. Jada played it.
Silent Hill.
Yep. That's it.
Damn. Time's up.
How many do?
Let's see. How did you do?
What did I miss? Rayman, that's the one I missed too.
Yeah,
I had nothing to do with Marvel vs. Capcom.
That was the next one we were gonna get.
Oh, okay, we got 7.
Yeah.
Damn. All right, so
My strength will be giving clues. I
Yeah.
feel that my weakness may be receiving them.
that's everybody's weakness, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this.
All right, now I will be giving clues to O'Brien. So here we go. This is a really hard game where you've got a whip as a weapon.
Castlevania?
Yes. You shoot a orange circle and a blue circle, and you walk through them.
Portal.
Yeah. Old game. You're shooting rocks in space.
Asteroids.
Yes. RTS. Space RTS.
StarCraft.
Yes. Oh God. N64 game. Really shitty shooter.
Goldeneye? I know it's not, but
it's not light, but it's
dark. Eternal Darkness?
No,
it's a good game. I don't know. Fuck.
Pass.
Okay.
You're off the map.
Uncharted.
Oh, that's so shitty.
Uncharted.
Yeah.
You dicks.
This is a fighting game,
Okay.
and it's kind of one of the lesser played fighting games.
King of Fighters?
We never talked about
Virtua
it.
Fighter?
No, I think it's the one with the Lily person.
Sobieski?
No, I can't say it.
Lily, is over?
It was Tekken.
Tekken. Fuck, I always forget about Tekken.
We lost about 5 seconds there in the thing didn't go, and then...
Yeah, it's user error. It's my fault.
That's all right. Also, the Castlevania you got.
Yes, I did.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, okay. Did I accidentally pass Castlevania?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
So what'd you guys get?
Fucking
5.
idiot. We got 5. All right. So now
I have to.
you give to me. Andrew gives to you. I give to Andrew. So I'll go ahead and O'Brien's going to give me some clues here, and I got a guess from him.
Oh, Tails is his best friend.
Sonic.
It's an RPG I just found out, and Seth loves it.
Xenogears.
Yeah.
Okay, we're already getting duplicates.
Forgot about that damn game. It's a sandbox game. It's all tier. You go back in time. Ubisoft made it.
Oh, fucking Assassin's Creed.
Yes. Do a barrel roll.
Star Fox. Yeah.
You're heating up. You're on fire.
NBA Jam.
Yep. It's RTS. Fucking Blizzard makes it. It's huge.
Warcraft. StarCraft.
Yes. Source. You played it all the time.
No. Counter-Strike.
Yes. It's a Disney RPG. That's huge.
Kingdom Hearts.
Yes. The only decent game on PlayStation when it came out, really. Well, it's the one they make. It's a shooter only for them. It's got really guys with red eyes and masks.
Oh, God.
Fucking pass it.
Okay.
We just mentioned this game also by Valve.
Half-Life.
Yes. The Triforce.
Zelda.
Yes!
We got it in?
Yes!
I will.
But you didn't flip it.
You didn't flip it, but I'll still give it to you.
Yeah.
Even as an outsider, I'll give that to you.
Woo!
How we do?
10.
Ballin'.
Really?
10. We got Sonic, Xenogears, Assassin's Creed, Star
Oh,
Fox.
she had like
NBA
2 or 3
Jam.
duplicates in there, which are which are fair game this time. I think we might need.
Killzone.
Yeah, and when I said the
Killzone.
best game for the system, I was thinking, oh shit, I just led you to Resistance Fall of Man.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it is a good game.
That's what I would have guessed.
And it is one that Sony only makes, but like you always see the poster and it's got the guy with the gas mask and the red
Right,
eyes. It's
yeah.
really dark. It's a cool game.
As soon as you said gas mask, I was thinking of Metro.
Yeah, and at that point I realized I'm just leading you astray. We have a pass. Just pass immediately.
Okay, so now Andrew's going to give to O'Brien?
Sure.
Yes.
All right.
Shooting space game rocks.
We're gonna
Asteroids.
Yeah. I mentioned this last week. Tool and Sound.
Oh, Ratchet and Clank.
Yes. Not Perfect Dark, but
Uh,
the other game we just mentioned earlier.
Not Perfect Dark.
The shooter N64, best shooter on N64. Movie game.
Turok?
No.
I just totally blanked it out, dude. I'm passing.
Oh my god. The game that all the kids love. Blocks and
Minecraft?
Yes. Old school platformer, crocodiles, ropes.
Oh, a Pitfall.
Yes. Very realistic racing game. One of the first of its kind, like 4 iterations of it.
Turismo?
Yes. The Code. Konami Code.
Oh, Contra.
Yes. Samus.
Metroid.
What the game you said earlier? Your guessing game.
Oh, Team NT.
No,
Team
his
Mutant
guessing game.
Turtles. Oh, fuck, what did I say? I even fucking got it right. But I'm past. What did I say?
Natural Disaster.
Oh, Quake.
Okay, we got
Time's
that
up.
one. And you passed one accidentally.
Oh.
GoldenEye!
Goldeneye. How would you...
You said Perfect Dark or something.
I said Perfect Dark because he said Perfect Dark.
Yeah, and I
earlier.
totally blanked
Oh, you're
out.
fine.
And you said Perfect Thing. All I could think about was what was he talking about? And I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? I gotta. That's why I passed. I'm like, my
You
head.
said N64 shooter movie game.
We got Metroid though, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
And we also got Quake.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So fucking shit. For
Yeah.
not knowing it, we did pretty good there. Yeah, I'm like, I got nothing.
So now I'm giving to Andrew. All right, here we go. He's on fire.
NBA Jam.
Yeah. It's the other not Mario, but another big platformer on Nintendo.
Zelda Legend of
Monkey.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah. Not Guitar Hero, but
Rock Band.
yeah. Solid Snake.
Oh.
Metal Gear.
Fucking beat 'em up. One of the first good beat 'em ups.
Double Dragon.
Yes. Toasty.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Pass. The game that O'Brien led me astray on.
Give me more.
You shoot people.
Perfect Dark?
No.
GoldenEye?
He just did it.
Quake.
PlayStation. I can't pass anymore.
Oh, Killzone.
Yes, thank you. A dragon. Breeze Fire. PlayStation. Like cartoony dragon.
Spyro.
Yes. Space Marine. Not Quake, but
StarCraft.
the big
Doom.
one.
Doom.
Yes, you got it.
Yeah, you
Dude,
got
he
Doom.
said it.
You got
Wow.
Doom.
Holy shit, right at the buzzer.
So we got 9.
Nice.
Woo!
Prince of Persia.
Yeah, I skipped that one.
That'd have been tough.
Yeah, I almost said,
Fuck yeah, I'd avoid Prince of Persia.
I wanted to say like Arabian guy, but you would have said Aladdin.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would have got you to say Prince of Persia, because I knew neither of us played it.
No. You've been like, if you said Sands of Time, I would have got it.
All right, so that's going to round out the game. And
That was kinda fun.
We got the game, we got the points tallied?
We do.
Yeah?
With 30 points, your winner is myself.
You fuck.
I know. And you guys tied with 28. So it wasn't like it was
Wow, it was close.
So it was close.
It's very close. We were all quite good at that.
So, in a tie...
We would have just award 1 point for
Each.
We didn't really
Or
plan on
if-
this, so 1 point each just sounds...
and if there were 2 winners, I'd say give 2 points to both winners.
Sure, why not? Why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Okay. So there we go. Now we're on to the Feudgasm.
Feudgasm.
Real quick before we go into the Feudgasm, what's the score?
I'm 3 and you're both 2.
Oh,
Interesting.
Because the tied point,
Yeah.
it makes it a much tighter race in that
Ooh,
respect.
Speaking
It does.
of tight. Actually, this would give 10 points. We're back to our old school scoring
There will
totals.
not be divided by 0.
Yeah.
World
Ah.
explode 3-way.
So we
shit.
still could have a... It seemed like the 10, there was more ties than there are with the 9.
But we've come close to a tie virtually every week. We're like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Oh, fuck. What's going to
Because
happen?
we don't want it to happen.
Yes. So let's get it. So starting us off here with the Feudgasm, I've got top 10 greatest Sonic characters.
Of course you do.
Hey,
The
Here's
question is...
I said I can't guess it.
Where are you going to go first?
ceremonial quarter will decide.
Ceremonial quarter.
I will give it to Andrew to call in the air.
Well, Tails, why would I do anything else?
It is heads. So you could be a dick and snatch the obvious answer for him.
No, I'm not going to be a dick. I'm just going to say Sonic.
That would be number 2.
Wow!
He's not number 1, kids.
Wow!
I'm going to go Knuckles.
Knuckles, okay. Knuckles is, I believe, 4.
Okay.
The
Okay.
Echidna himself.
Who the fuck is above Sonic?
I actually think I know it.
Oh, shit.
Really?
I do.
I'll say... Oh, God, there's a couple characters I can't remember. I'll say Tails because it's got to be up there.
It is, and by the way, he's got a first name.
Miles.
Miles.
Miles, Tails, and his last name?
Is it? Is
The third.
No.
Johnson.
As soon as you say it, I'm gonna be pissed. 'Cause I actually do know
It's
it.
something...
Prower.
Prower, yes.
Prower, yeah.
Miles, Tails, Prower. Fucking 3 names. That's a little bit crazy. By the way, he's 5.
Okay. I figured he wouldn't be top of the list.
But it's pretty decent.
I'm gonna go Supersonic.
Supersonic is super not on here.
Wow.
Okay. There's a girl and there's a big guy, and I cannot remember their
A
names.
girl and a big guy.
I'm going to say Shadow.
That's
That
number
was
1.
that was my next guess. I was gonna go Shadow.
You know, like, he's like the edgy, cool Sonic.
Yeah.
Like, he's the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I knew it was either him or Supersonic, and I was Supersonic, but I guess they're probably lumping him together with regular Sonic. I'll go Dr. Robotnik.
He's not on there.
Wow. Okay. Fuck your list then. Like
What?
he's a
He's
Sonic.
number 11.
Oh, wow.
You know, I'm kind of shocked by that, too. I would have absolutely thought Dr. Robotnik, but he's actually not there.
I cannot fucking remember the names of these 2 characters. And honestly, how many X's do you have?
He's got 2.
How many do I have?
You've got 0.
Okay. I'm just going to guess like something like Bruno or some shit like that.
No.
I can't remember his name.
You just went Bruno. No, it's not Bruno.
Well, I've got the points and I've got the up and X, so I'm just going to say shit because I can't remember their fucking
Yeah,
names.
it's not gonna
I'll just
matter.
fuck
'Cause
away,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna be able to get. I'm trying to think of like the Sonic Olympic shit,
Yeah.
but like you know.
There's a chick and there's a big muscly guy, and I can't remember their fucking names.
I mean, you guys have got 1, 2, but there's 3 out there.
Somebody we're forgetting?
I'll just pass it because I literally don't even have. I mean, I don't even have.
What are their names? What's the guy and the girl that I can't think of?
The girl's actually not in the top 10. It was like Amy something.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
She's number 12, Amy Rose.
Yeah.
I remember her. 3 is Silver the Hedgehog. He's from the newer ones.
Yeah.
From like Dreamcast and stuff. Yeah.
The newer ones from Dreamcast?
It's newer. I think he got big in like 06 or some shit. Somebody said here. Blaze the Cat.
Never even heard of him.
Never heard of that guy.
No.
SBO the Chameleon.
Nope.
Metal Sonic.
Oh, I forgot about Metal Sonic.
Best fucking Dr. Robotnik invention. The only thing ever invented could actually fucking beat Sonic. Yeah. Rogue the Bat.
No.
She is a female character. And E123 Omega.
No. Okay, let me see that. What is the fucking guy's name? It's got to be on here. No, it's not. What's his fucking name? Cream the Rabbit. Gross.
Sounds
no,
hot.
thank you.
If I went Shadow instead of Supersonic,
Big the Cat. Is that him?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I would have won had I gone Shadow instead of.
Yes, you would have.
Really? Because that was my guess, and I was like, Supersonic.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah, I know.
There was a Supersonic. It was like 14 or 15.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Actually, it was Super Shadow. Hypersonic. Was
Hypersonic,
15.
but you know.
Super Shadow was 14.
Which he can fly and shit.
All right. This is a list that you guys should get pretty much everyone on.
You have high standards for us.
No,
Our track record in this game is not
hentai
good.
dating sims.
Well, put it this way. Best races in the Elder Scrolls series. There are only 10.
Okay.
All right. O'Brien call in the air.
Heads.
It is tails.
Hey.
I'm going to go... I'll go Dunmer.
Number 5.
Okay. Number 5. So I'm going to go with Nord.
Number uno.
Ah!
Really?
Well, they're the big, manly-looking, strong white guys.
Yeah.
I'll go Orc.
Number 2.
There you go.
That was kind
They're
of my
the
thought.
big,
Yeah.
strong, manly-looking green guys.
Redguard.
Number 4. They're the big, strong, manly-looking black guys.
At least we know the list isn't like super racist.
Yeah.
We want those that look physically imposing.
Imperial.
Number 10.
Ooh, shit on the Imperial.
Fighting the man.
Khajiit.
Number 9.
Yeah.
I'll go Argonian.
Number 8.
That's what I figured they would be kind
They don't
of...
like these non-humanoid races. They're pooping on them there.
I would have dominated this list, by the way.
Well, you're just so fucking cool. You're just too cool for school, man. Elf. The high elf.
High elf. Number 7. That's 4 in a row from 10 to 7.
What do we have
Shit.
left?
6 and 3.
Why can't I think? I'm actually blanking on race.
I know, dude. I actually have a little bit. It's like elf.
You of all people.
It's been a while.
It's been 2 weeks since you played ESO.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to this shit on there. I just kill things.
Where am I going? What quest am I on?
Yeah.
I don't know, is there a quest marker there? Quest over, please. I'm racking my brain. I know I'll come up with it as soon as you fucking say it, but I may have to get next just to think more.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. Like I wasn't throwing any bones about him forgetting because I'm having to fucking soak it in and think
oh my
about
god,
it.
you guys are gonna shoot yourselves in the face.
Oh, I think... am I just RPGing that, or am I...
Dude, I am. I'm like, is that it? Is that something? I don't think it is, but it sounds like something.
Who's got what are X's? Oh, there are no X's. You just won, right?
I just have one, yeah.
Oh, I got an X now too. I'm just trying to pass it.
Is there a wood elf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 6.
Oh, there's a wood elf.
Yep. The old wood elves, the archers of the
And what do we have left?
the Bosmer. Number
What?
3 is left.
Oh shit! So that would win the game. Because I'm like, fuck, I don't know if I can even win it now. I did have the advantage, but now I've squandered it.
The shitty part is you're gonna X faster than him now.
Fuck yeah, I am.
You guys can't come up with it. This is intense.
I'm so...
Because if he gets it, the game's over.
I'm so annoyed.
If he doesn't get it, you win just on technicality because of X's, not
Is there a
technicality.
Breton?
Breton?
There it is,
Okay,
yeah.
I thought about that the last time too. I'm like, is there a Breton? Or am I just making that fucking
'cause I was
up?
thinking I was thinking the Atronach, and that's...
Snatch was a Breton.
Yeah, it's true.
So that was number...
That was number 3.
Oh, shit. So ball in.
Did you win on that guess?
Yeah.
Woo!
No, take that back. You could tie me.
The game's over.
This one is.
Oh, yeah. But that's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Yes, I won this one.
So it's down to the last game.
Because I got 1, he got 2, I got 4, he got 5, then I got 9, he got 10, I got 8.
10, 9, 8.
I got 1 point ahead of him every round except for the last one, which I got several above. We were like neck and neck. When he got when he fucking got the Wood Elf, he was 1 point ahead of me with the extra guess.
Fuck.
Yeah. I'm like, and I had thought of Brayton a couple rounds before. I'm like, am I just making that up?
No, Breton.
Yeah, isn't that like Magic? I'm like, there's some of the Magic user guy. I'm like, fuck.
That's my favorite race.
For some reason, all I could think of was Bretonia, but that's Warhammer.
I knew for a 100% fact Nord, Orc, and Breton would be 1, 2, and 3. And I knew for a fact Khajiit and...
I knew all those would be like...
I didn't know Imperial would be 10. I knew High Elf,
Khajiit,
and Argonian would be the bottom.
I knew that the weird look, the more anthropomorphic creatures would be at the bottom.
Right.
I wouldn't have thought of Brayton being 3rd. I would have thought Nord and Orc, though.
Oh, yeah. Nord and Orc 1 and 2, hands down.
All right.
Who cares?
We're going to do top 10 best gaming brands.
Oh. Okay.
Coca-Cola.
Guess it could be anything.
They could.
You lose. Guess it could be anything, huh?
Heads or tails, Jeremy?
Heads.
It's not.
Oh. I got excited. He's like, it's not.
All right,
Okay.
Ryan. Best video game brand.
Nintendo.
Number 2.
No, I am, motherfucker.
Microsoft.
Number 8.
What? Okay.
Sony.
Number 6.
Above Nintendo?
No, Nintendo's 2.
I know, but something's above Nintendo.
Yes, I have no. That is confusing to me.
Sega?
I think I got it.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Not on the list for Sega.
Blizzard.
Not on the list. They're 11. Blizzard is 11.
I felt really good about my Blizzard.
Valve is 4.
Okay.
I honestly, I like your thought.
I like Blizzard. It sounds like that's a fanboy pick. So okay,
What is it? What's the qualifier?
Best gaming brands. Best.
Yeah.
Bethesda.
Number 10.
Okay, it's a point. I'll take it.
Part of me, like I want to say a couple things, but I don't.
Well, I can't help you with that, sir.
I can't either.
Just because it's massive, I have to say EA.
Number 1.
That is offensive.
That's why I said. That's why I made you qualify best.
Yep,
because they're not even close to the best.
I knew as soon as I said, I was like, oh god, somebody's gonna get it accidentally. But...
Squaresoft.
No,
that's a good brand, man.
Ugh. Brand.
My brand.
Mad Cat.
No. It's number 12.
There's no way.
He's a mad guy.
How about Ubisoft?
They are number 3.
There's a brand.
It's a brand.
It's confusing.
My brand.
Yeah, it's confusing how it's worded. Activision.
Number 9. So what are we missing?
I think altogether we've gotten 8. So there's at least 2 up there.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
numbers, not fucking like. Just tell me what they are so I can guess one, please.
Looks like 5 and 7.
5 and 7. Let's say Rare.
Not on there.
Really?
This makes it interesting because if I get one and then you miss, I then have to get the other one to win.
Ah.
Because I got
to get 2
steal.
to win.
Yes.
Ah.
It's not gonna happen. I just was explaining to you. I'm gonna go with Atari.
Nope, not on there.
Well, I almost said Neversoft.
No.
Okay, what are the last 2?
Probably kick yourself a little for both of them. But there's, you guys got a lot of them.
Yeah,
on the
there's
list.
fucking 1,000 brands.
Rockstar.
Oh,
yeah, Rockstar's
that's
a good one.
Stupid, yeah.
And then Capcom.
The problem is with brand, it's
so arbitrary.
Such a wide.
It's almost like basically that was developer is what it really came down to, or publisher.
Yeah, but
Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo were all in the game.
But they also have all published their own
that's
games
true.
too. So it's like it's a confusing thing because like I think of some of the ones we name like those are to me bigger brands.
Yeah.
And, like I don't go, oh, it's Ubisoft. That's a developer, not a brand. In my opinion.
It's a list we could get more than 3 on.
Correct.
Which is a fucking atrocity.
Saying that, this game probably is not going to be back.
Yeah, just so you guys know, we're on a website and...
It took us about half an hour to get a list.
Yeah. Some of these lists are so bad that it's impossible to guess.
We're going through literally 20 pages of lists, and we we're struggling
Yeah.
with 20 pages of lists.
It takes too long to do, and it takes a shit ton of editing out all the crap. So
we've added an extra half hour to our time recording the podcast just trying to find lists. But we do have a tiebreaker.
Yes.
Did I not say this earlier? We had more ties on 10 points than we did on 9.
We did.
Well, now we have another tie, and it's time to bring out the app.
The app.
The app.
So if you guys don't remember, it's been a while since we've done a tiebreaker. We're basically playing 30 questions. You got 20 questions, but we're playing 30 questions with a computer-controlled AI that's going to try to guess a video game character that we come up with.
Correct.
If it guesses one, then the other person has to stump it to win. If it guesses both, we could have what is called a shithead victory. Or also, if it doesn't guess both, we could have what's called a shithead victory.
Where I win.
O'Brien and I are tied, but Andrew could actually steal the victory if one of us does not
That's what we're rooting for.
offset
That's
the
what we
other.
hope happens.
No, that's what you hope happens.
No, we. I speak for the royal we.
Yeah, the proverbial we.
All right, so you guys have your characters, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I got mine.
So in tradition, let's call a coin here. Sonic or Tails?
Sonic.
It is Sonic.
Yeah.
You almost said.
Finally.
There you go.
All right.
So, Jeremy,
Mm-hmm.
does your character really exist?
No.
Jeremy.
Derby.
Is your character male?
Yes.
Is he from a TV series?
No.
Does your character wear pants?
Yes.
Has your character ever been in a movie?
No.
Does your character use guns?
No.
Is your character from a video game?
Yes.
Wow, it took a little bit to get to that.
Do you control your character?
Yes.
Does your character fight with a sword?
Not innately, but he can.
Not innate. So you're saying yes.
No, he doesn't fight with a sword, but he can pick up a sword in the game and fight with it.
So probably then.
Like, is there a maybe?
You have yes, no, don't know, probably, or probably not. Or we can just say don't know, and I think that's kind of the neutral option.
I would say don't know because you're not guaranteed ever to fight with a sword, so.
Okay. Does your character use a bow?
No.
Definitely no bow. Is your character from the series Kingdom Hearts?
No. Would be really weird to see him there.
Is your character the main character of the work in which he appears?
There are 4 main characters, so
I would say probably then.
I'd say probably.
Is your character black-haired?
No.
Does your character have hair?
Not really.
So no.
He has hair, but it's like a buzz cut, so
That would mean he has hair.
I guess it would.
I mean, like,
everybody has hair then, like body hair.
well, I mean, unless you're like bald. I mean, if you know for a
Unless
fact
he
that
shaves his head, yeah.
I would say yes. He has hair.
is he linked with Nintendo?
No.
Does your character fight against monsters?
Kind of, but no. No.
Kind of, but no.
No.
So no monsters.
There's like one monster in the game that I can think of.
So yes.
Out of hundreds of people that you fight. Okay, say probably not.
Okay. Does your character have powers?
Yes.
Has your character been into space?
I would assume no.
I'm gonna say no. Is it no or probably no?
There's no
Okay.
way he's been in space.
Okay. Is your character white-haired?
No.
So no. Is your character bad?
No.
Is your character blonde?
No.
Is your character linked with PlayStation?
No.
Is your character a human being?
Yes.
Where are we at?
This is 24.
Whoa.
Is your character Japanese?
No.
Racist.
Is your character from League of Legends?
Nope.
Oh, stupid question.
He's guessing.
Oh, he's gonna be way off. If he gets this right on this guess,
There's no way.
I'll shit my pants.
Woody from Don't Starve.
No.
No.
Not even fucking close.
We're going to continue.
Of course, of course.
Does your character wear an armor?
And armor.
No.
Does the character live in America?
Probably.
Yeah, I would say yes.
I
Yes.
said probably. Do we want to go back and say yes?
I don't think it's going to matter, but say yes.
Yeah.
Is he from the Assassin's Creed universe?
No.
Well, that's a bad sign.
Is he a policeman or a detective?
I don't think so.
So no. And is your character originally from a video game?
Yep.
So, he didn't guess him.
He did not. Max Thunder
Max Thunder.
from Streets of Rage 2.
That's
All
pretty
right.
rough. That's pretty rough.
I tried to not go too obscure, but I want to go obscure enough. The question is...
I'm not liking our chances, Jeremy.
Oh, fuck. So if he does guess yours, I win.
No. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because
You're
I
right.
stumped him.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So he's not going to guess yours?
I doubt.
Oh, fuck.
Ah.
Here comes a shithead.
Is your character a girl?
No.
You would never pick a girl in this game.
Does your character really exist?
It's like Guess Who.
Yeah.
No. Because you pick a girl or something like a hat, you're like, fuck. They're
Yeah.
going to ask those questions. And
Does your character wear pants?
Yes.
Is your character older than 18?
Yes.
Does your character live in America?
I would say yes, but I don't know that it's just like a fictional place, obviously. But I'm going to say probably.
Has your character ever been in a movie?
No.
Is your character originally from a video game?
Yes.
What?
I got to that one fast.
Is your character a military man?
No.
Does your character use guns?
No.
Do you control your character?
No.
Oh. Is your character bad?
Yes.
Oh.
Bad boy.
Does he have hair?
Yes.
Does he have dark hair?
No.
Is he white-haired?
No.
Is your character linked with Nintendo?
No.
Is he linked with the horror genre?
No.
Does your character fight?
Yes.
Is he heavily muscled?
I mean, probably. Like it's not like I don't know, like guys like that. Like of course
He's got muscles.
that's a younger version. I would probably say he's hit the weight room a few times.
Say probably.
Probably.
I think yeah.
Because Max Thunder is heavily muscled.
Does
Yeah.
your character wear a hat, cap, crown?
No.
Magical powers for your
No.
character? Nope, no magical powers. Just
Being a
kind of badass.
badass motherfucker.
Is he from a comic book?
No.
Nope.
A lot of no's.
Is your character a human being?
Yes. There you got me there, motherfucker.
Is your character blonde?
Yes.
Oh. Japanese blonde?
No.
No.
Japanese blonde. A lot of those out there.
Is your character the final boss in the game that it is in?
Yes. Yes.
Uh-oh.
Now, keep in mind. Okay, he's guessing right now.
No way he's going to get this.
No, I don't think. Liquid Snake.
Yes. No.
What
So
number
no.
are we on?
We're gonna continue.
Lots of no's right there.
This is question 26.
There's no way he's going to get this in 4.
Fuck.
He's not even going to re-guess.
Has he killed humans?
Yes.
Does he wear a mask?
No.
Is he created by Capcom?
Nope.
Game over.
Does he fight with a sword?
No.
Is he linked with the sea? Like water?
Oh, the sea. I was like, I said seed and like that. No, he's not.
So, I win.
Shithead.
I win. Suck a dick.
Geese Howard, the main guy from all the Fatal Fury and King of Fighters games. The main bad guy. Like, I know, but like they made like 20 of those games, man.
He was the bad guy in all of them?
Pretty much, yeah.
See, I had this
They had
plan.
one where it was Nightmare Geese, and then one where it was like Young Geese Howard, but the most part it was always him. And he was fucking badass. When you search on Wikipedia, just search Raging Storm, and it actually goes to him because that was his move. That's like he was a badass.
Wow. Interesting.
That's just, we went too obscure. Both of us did.
Yeah.
The Streets of Rage was a decent title.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like I don't think they were obscure enough to like. He's gotten obscure things before.
I didn't want to pick Mario,
Well, no.
and I didn't want to pick, fucking some random dude that you play one time for 6 minutes in one video game,
Yeah. Like, some guy didn't matter from Suikoden or something.
Well, yeah.
One of the 108 people in each Suikoden game.
Like one of the fucking blacksmiths or something. Well, shit. head.
Yep. Victory!
Yeah, and we were going to do a retro review, but the recording went on way too long because of that shitty fucking third game. We got to find a replacement for that. We're just going to skip that. Maybe O'Brien and Andrew can do a collective duel.
Our powers
retro.
combined, we can probably pick an RPG game.
I'm sure it'll be something from the Final Fantasy genre, or Final Fantasy series.
If it is, we're going to dock on air.
I'll just sit here and like rub my chin like, yes,
Yeah.
I know, I agree. Yeah.
Be like
Nice.
I am whenever you guys talk about Civ. I'm like, yeah, so it's a strategy game. It sounds pretty cool.
We'll scissor.
Yeah. Scissor me timbers.
Scissor me timbers.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for the show. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us. We'll see you next week. Peace out.
Later.
Deuces.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week on the Gamegasm podcast.